Bum, ba, ba, bum. Oh, we can also rank up Hulkenberg. Let's rank up Hulkenberg first, actually.
Ah, 'tis you.
Have you not decided our plans for the day? Even knowing we mustn't let our guard down, a breather might do us some good. I apologize, but I must ask we save training for another time. Right now, I have things I'd like to ponder alone. If you need advice, I'm here.
If so...
Could you spare a moment for me, then? 'Tis about Rodante, the Knight Commander. All right. My family found prominence through means beyond the wealth we lacked. Scholarship mostly, with some having developed a taste for politics. I was the outlier. My single-minded pursuit of martial arts put me quite outside their sphere. And considering my temperament, they had no idea what to do with me.
Yes.
My family offered me no meaning worth pursuing, so I volunteered for the Guard when I was still quite young. I thought that in the military I could blaze my own trail on strength alone. But, well, such ideals were meaningless to House Hulkenberg. Before I had the chance to prove my abilities, they had already made arrangements to assign me to the Knights, ensuring I could not disgrace the family name.
But
I was fortunate enough to meet Rodante in the course of my training as a new recruit. He was born into a storied rogue household, but his house dissolved and he joined the military after its decline.
that's why.
We were alike in that way, seeking to rise by our own individual efforts, regardless of familiar background.
Huh?
What happened to him?
I...
I was the one who shattered his ambitions.
The truth is...
After our training concluded, Rodante was openly being considered for an appointment to the Prince's Royal Guard. However, instead, it was I, still tender in years, who was ultimately selected. Rodante lacked for nothing as a knight. He and I were equals in all rights, save that my family had put the right words in the right ears. He was denied appointment to the Royal Guard. Instead, he was sent to the front lines alongside the common footmen of the state army. I'm sure he was frustrated. He made a name for himself and returned to the order, but to see him rise to the rank of commander in such a short period of time... Are you trying to say you respect him?
No.
Rodante's current behavior does not befit a knight commander, and it hardly bears saying that we cannot allow such abuse of power. Even if I'm partly responsible for his attachment to power, nay indeed, 'twould be all the more reason to intervene. But I cannot help but wonder whether it's even my place to judge him. Even as I sought to carve my own path, my knighthood only came at my family's behest. And after failing to protect my charge, I left the capital a wanderer. All these lofty words. What weight do they bear from one such as I, a knight errant and eroded, failed in her solemn duty?
No.
That's not who you are, Hulkenberg. Yet even if I now stay my course, what of my past self? What of she who wandered? Once upon a time, I thought myself righteous. I respected order, brought many a criminal to justice, and saw many a punishment meted out. Meted? However you say that word. Yet looking back, I know it was a matter of convenience, a way to disguise the weakling I was. My knightly standing a replacement for the family I had forsaken. Of course, in my time as a knight, I failed to protect the prince and abandoned my post to seek him out with no more honor than a thief in the night. I fled my family and I fled my knighthood. Rodante, he sees this in me. Clarion clear. What? Who am I to claim any chivalry over him?
So then...
So you would repeat the past and run from Rodante? Aye. No, I was simply afraid. Afraid to face him. And afraid of facing who I once was.
It'll be fine.
Well, I'll help you through this no matter what.
You know...
'Tis the way of a broken sword, I suppose. Brute force will avail it nothing, eh? But still.
I see.
Why, yes, that sword. Perhaps I'd lost sight of something very important indeed. But you've always been there to remind me. I'm truly indebted to you, Rogue. Know that you have my sincerest thanks. Hulkenberg seems like she's realized something. I sense a further deepening of our bond. Let's go! Rank 5? Yeah.
Tis finally time I settled this.
Significantly reduces the mag cost of studying the knight lineage. How nice. While in reserve, amount of experience. Okay, yeah.
Sorry.
If I may, I'd like some time alone with my thoughts. When I found my answers, let us speak here again. Big gains.
You lot! Enemy attack!
Curses! A bird of substantial size has begun pecking away at the cockpit. I can't see where we're going. Perhaps someone would like to do something about it? Perhaps it considers you bait, Nearus. Odd, I never thought you looked particularly appetizing. I suppose this brings our brief respite to an end. To the deck, all of you. We shall eliminate the nuisance at once.
Hey, would you mind not just barging in on us?
It's a bird!
Give you a try, eh? Let's have a
Yo, get him, Nearest.
ingenuity.
This thing does not have that much HP. I'm not worried.
Evenly matched.
Raptor Corvo.
Better stay on our toes.
All right.
Now
It says you're a rare enemy. Can I steal something from you?
Nothing personal.
Nothing personnel, kid?
You're going to your neck, eh?
Steal.
Oh, never mind. This bird is poor. Imagine being... Oh, I don't have my lightning move yet. I bet you're weak to lightning. What about ice?
Don't get
I shall fuck. Sword master.
Get him?
down. Tougher than I thought.
Pretty sure you'd be dead if my ice move hit. Especially because it means Hulkenberg would have had another turn.
I see you.
Goodbye. Nailed it.
Reinforcements.
Are there?
Reinforcements. Ooh, hello.
Let us clean up this mess.
Oh, you're gonna be weak to lightning, and I don't have the lightning
power of
move.
kings.
Dang it. Well, I'm just gonna have to hit you as hard as I can. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do enough. You've got to be weak to lightning, but I don't have lightning.
Only one left.
I shall vanquish evil.
If I could get like 4 hits and a crit here, though, there's hope. Nah, there's no
For
shot.
all that we strive for.
No shot. If I had had lightning, maybe we could have.
There they go.
Oh well. What are you gonna do? Yo, RTK, thank you for subbing to tier 1 for 72 months, my dude. Thank you so much for the support, RTK. 72 months. Holy cow. Is that 6 years on the dot? Right? Yeah, 12 times 6? That is insane. Thank you so much for the support, RTK.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives in a land grown thick with trees, the shadows enshrouding it as their claim. A warm, damp breeze passes above the Gauntlet Runner, its sensation cooling the thirst for battle. The night carries on.
Bedtime. The forest camp.
All right then.
Give. I was about to say, can I rank up Heismay at night? Perfect.
The truth is...
Let's go get Heismay to rank 5. Can't believe I've been able to put up with you this long. That's my line, RTK.
Ah, it's you.
Why, hello there. For all the time we spend in battle, it's good to rest our wings every once in a while, eh? If you're free, might I have a moment of your time? I wish to clear up a misunderstanding. I'd like you to let me tell you about the village. Yeah, I'll listen.
Yes.
Then let us speak over a drink. I'll serve you something, assuming you'd prefer a drink more tame than my usuals. What happened back in my hometown? You should know it wasn't Tadari's fault, even if he's the village leader. The villagers have always ostracized others like that, even when I was there. That's not their leader's fault.
Because
Is that the reason you left your village?
Yes.
Yes, there was an incident. One final push I could not take.
Now?
Most other tribes hold little love for the Yugif, but in my youth we lived near 2 settlements of mixed peoples. We traded, traveled, relations were good. Until one day, conflict arose between the 2 settlements themselves. They began to feud, and both sides asked that our village side with them over the other. They wanted a decision from us. We were asked to choose who was friend and who was foe.
However...
Yet the village put off the decision. They took no sides and sought to appease both settlements. While we stayed the course of our hesitancy, their dispute was resolved.
hold on.
What ended up happening to your village?
And then...
The village lost the trust of both sides, and they cut off all their trade. We were suddenly left impoverished. They called us Yugif inscrutable, unknowable, and their prejudice only escalated. It even led to some violence. And yet... The village tried to justify their predicament by saying there was nothing they could have done. They took no action to escape poverty and isolation beyond their bitter lamentations. That, more than anything else, disgusted me beyond words. So I abandoned the village and ventured out to become a knight of the cities. But Tadari remained to take a stand. While I simply ran away, he took a role of leadership, determined to bring honorable change to our village. There's a nobility in that. He sounds like a good leader.
Yes.
Yes, no ordinary person could have done what he did. He chose to carry the entire village on his back. And yet, as we've seen, the village is still a long way from the change he strove for. The villagers are rigid in their mindsets. Rigid? 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 Rigid. They hope to maintain the little control they have by excluding and blaming strangers.
Oh.
All the backbiting and even the theft of the urn, all born of this clinging to separation, this xenophobic nest. I can't help but pity them. A fair enough assessment. In some ways, they've entrapped themselves. But you know, when I'd returned there, a thought struck me. I suddenly knew I would like to let my son sleep on that hill where the sweet winds blow, that they may run free wherever he cannot. And yet, perhaps the reason I'm so attached to my village is because I'm the same as them at heart. It was my indecisiveness that cost me my son, and my knighthood besides. This burial is no different. To think I waxed on about it being time to face his death. An excuse, nothing more. An excuse to run from yet another decision.
No.
There's nothing wrong with hesitating. Well, sometimes there can be something wrong with hesitating, to be clear. But now my son is the one paying for my wretched hesitance, and see what has become of him. How can I call myself a father? If we want to solve this, we'll need more than despair.
No.
No, I refuse to let this end here.
Right.
If hesitation is in my nature, then so too do I hesitate to let go. Perhaps this is simply who I am. Rogue, I have a confession to make. When the urn was stolen, somewhere in the back of my mind, I felt relief. Because I'd not have to see it anymore. I'd no longer be reminded of his death, his heartbreaking absence. I don't want to think of it. I don't want to face it. How could I, when every reminder shatters me? That's why I put off the burial longer and ever longer. But I must change. I would show my boy I am a father worth his love, not his shame.
Surely.
And so too would I prove this to you, who placed your trust in me. I can feel Heismay's fatherly determination. Let's go. Rank 5.
My son, come back to me. I'm sorry.
I will soon depart for the village to look for my son's remains. My apologies for all you've been made to endure.
No, no.
You don't have to shoulder this all on your own.
Thank you.
I thank you. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you. Let's head to the village together at a later date. All right, not bad. We're getting through these rank ups so fast, it feels like. We're gonna have some people, at this rate, we're gonna have some people at 8. Oh, what is this? Boy, incoming! We got an enemy raid inbound! All hands on deck, we're under attack! Ah! Our barrelman Heismay spotted them. They're already on board. Get yourselves topside, post haste. What the heck is going on? Yo, you don't have time to change, dude? Oh, it's just some enemies.
Let's give you a try, eh?
Blow them up.
Let's have a sport of inventive ingenuity.
I didn't even see that there were 4 of them. I did not see that other butterfly in the back.
These are just small fry. They're weak to darkness. Let's blot them out.
Weak to darkness, you say? What a foolish decision by them. You're probably weak to fire. I'll bet on it. Easy.
I can't afford to hold back.
These guys are made of paper mache.
I'll show you the next one's yours.
I shall fight.
Die. Easy.
Oh, come
Is there
on,
no end to
more?
them?
Why is it always the
Be
wind
neither
one?
timid nor arrogant.
I'm not gonna even try.
I won't hold back.
Like, I'm not gonna be able to kill this thing without some lightning.
No.
Simply cannot do enough damage.
Take this.
There they go.
Unscathed triumph.
Fortune on.
Ooh, that's a big boost. Yeah, I need my wizard to get to like rank 6 ASAP.
Appreciated.
Thank you, nice work out there. That should keep the baddies at bay for now.
you.
And you kept the craft safe and sound too. Now then, have a good night and sleep tight. Are there elemental items in this
Time
game?
marches
Yes.
on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
But they do fix damage. I think I have some of the lightning ones, but they only do 100.
To pick.
So I wouldn't be able to, I don't think I'd be able to do enough damage to kill that thing without like a damaging lightning move.
The truth is,
There are many notable rogue families, Rodante is once among them. They live far longer than other tribes, especially as many occupy loftier, safer positions. Such long tenures meant their peers often resorted to ostracism or outright usurpation. But I've never been one for political gossip like the rest of my family is. Ba-bum-ba-bum-bum. Well, we can cook and it won't use our time because we ranked up Maria. With the tips Maria gave me, I can cook without taking up much time. All right, let's cook. I need to make that thing that uses mellow. Is it this? Coney stew? Is that what I needed for that that one chick at Martira? She said it was something. Let me read the quest again.
What now?
She said it was something with mellow milk, didn't she? Deeds and diversions. Oh, right. The Queen of Cuisine Heart. I need to prepare food that will satisfy the requester. The key to bringing cheer back to the people of Martira is apparently mellow milk. Okay. Did I get any info? Any, where would that be? Here. Did I get any, ingredients of Grad Trad, Red Grass Shop? I don't think I did. So I think, and therefore I am, that we just make this mellow milk thing that we have and hope that it works. What the heck do I have here that's new? I have so many items. So very many. All right. I mean, this cures all status ailments. That sounds like what she needs to, like, help Martira recover. That's the dish Strohl wanted to make. Wait here, I'll get him.
Hey.
Meat with a bit of chew can be nice, but I prefer a braise, low and slow. When it melts the moment it hits your tongue, truly exceptional, though that method does take forever.
Even so.
Still, time should not deter you from taste, and once you taste it, you'll want to keep doing it. I began preparing the food with Strohl. Here we're making some kebabs. Season it well and then cook it until it starts to brown. It already looks good enough to eat, but we must endure.
Got it.
All that's left is to let it soak in its flavor. I'm just watching. I'm not even the one cooking. We must control the heat carefully now to keep our eyes on the prize. The aroma is surely whetting your appetite, but don't give in. The juice is precious and not a single drop can be wasted. Amazing, the dish Strohl and I made is dripping with flavor and depth. It's Coney stew. Nicely done if I do say so myself. You've earned first taste, I say. Alright, hopefully this is the dish that she wanted. So we'll take that to her and Martira later. Well, let's get back to reading, chat. It's Heismay's account of life with his son. I'm in the middle of reading it, yada yada. I think my tolerance is still at 2, right? So this will be good to try and rank up. Though sparse and objective, the words still manage to vividly depict the endearing qualities of a small child. This entry describes Heismay and his son running through fields together on a beautiful sunny day. I can almost hear their carefree cries of laughter. At one point, Heismay loses sight of his son, only to find he'd climbed a tall tree. Heismay is mortified until the boy nimbly jumps down, just as his father would have. I see, being a parent brought him lots of struggles, but even more than that, it brought him joy. A warmth arises inside of me. Yes, right. I'm less racist. Almost at 3. There's still more left to read.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at the Gracia Forest, temperate and fertile. It was once a place of repose, where the songs of fairies echoed throughout. But as the furnace of commerce demanded its wood, the fairies began to vanish. And having lost its divine protection, monsters made their dens. Fear of what lurks among the trees drove mankind back, and the forest fell into sinister silence. The departed fairies would weep to see it now.